Jurracs, Spirals, and the power of Onamat turn skip. Make sure you guys smash the little crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more on this content. We're continuing on with Genesis deck list post-point evaluation changes, and to give you more of an idea of kind of what players are gravitating towards. Now, the state of dinosaurs, is not necessarily a bad thing. You can see that Misk is a very costly card, man. 75 points for this is astronomical in terms of, what you could do. But I also do see that, we're dedicating a good chunk of our points to Dark Hole as well. Our point cost is just 81 in this. But Ultimate Conductors are basically free for you to have for boss monsters, which I do think is really, really cool. We do get to see MSTs helping out, kind of being those free little resources. But if you are a dinosaur player, you are going to see that the extra deck package is entirely free. Any deck that wants to have access to the board wipe packages and doing things like that is going to be really, really strong. Ooh, we have Spyral. Now, the first thing I'm going to say about this list is kind of interesting. We are at 99 points for this, and yes, we are dedicating, you do see like a mini Rizal package in here, which I think is fine because guess what, people? Duo Drive into this. Duo Drive is generic. So, we just have to find a Spyral plus a sword, and then guess what? We get Node and this set up, and you basically got all of the pieces that you could actually want to have. Now, we are also playing the Impulse and the Fire Attacker package. This is just kind of trying to make sure that we can, get access to good pieces. I see for the side deck, Gordian Slicers, Slayers, and all of these are going to be like entirely good generic cards that you'll be able to bring, especially Alpha, being able to kind of clear up and do resources. Also, Master Plan's free in this format, man, but we don't have Link monsters to basically abuse it, which I think is a trade-off. Ooh, Onamat. So you are dedicating 100 of your points to the Utopic Future Draco. And according to the little note on this, special summon as many times as needed to get to number 50 Utopic Zexal and Utopic Future Draco to get potential OTKs in the Genesis format. That's such a nice way to go about this, because truly all you need is the ability just to slap down this bad boy and you're basically off to the races. Now, your question becomes, well, how fast can we get to accessing this? Well, we've also got the Exceed Dolphin in here as well as kind of a thing. And then, of course, the rest of the Onamat stuff. But this is a lot of tools that I hadn't really kind of thought about trying to bring together, man. I guess you're just going to have to mess around and see how you can make this deck work. Ooh, Regenesis. Now, I'm going to tell you, this Regenesis spell card being 33 points, it's a lot of points, man. It really is. But that's not stopping people from exploring. You do see that we are playing a copy of the Planet Pathfinder here. We are going with the full Terror Top package with the Talkington board. This has been a pretty consistent thing across where I understand why they slapped point restrictions on this, because they wanted these to actually work out and actually do very, very well. The Delta Temptation is hilarious in here as an option. Okay. Also do see we're playing the UFO Exceed rank 3 down here. And of course, we do get to see the Doom Dog actually helping us out. But there's a lot of stuff going on in this list. Side deck, pretty straightforward, I think, for what you'd want to be messing around with this deck. So you got options. Blackwings. Now, we do have that fun little Blackwing deck coming out very, very soon. For those of you that have been like, is there a product coming to support this format? Well, you are going to get the Legendary 5Ds deck, which, Zephyros the Elite's the only cost card in here. And then, of course, sure, you have one Blackwing, but you fill out the rest of this with potential hand traps, mini rank up package, and congratulations, you've got all of the pieces that you want to see for this deck. And of course, Chaos Angel Baldrake are absolutely terrible, broken cards that you will be able to make use of. I gotta tell you, man, this deck probably looks pretty good on paper and plays pretty well. Your side deck, yeah, your side deck looks pretty much the way I would expect it to for this format. Good stuff. Burning Abyss. Well, first of all, Beatrice is a very expensive card. Next up is some Burning Abyss, and yes, Beatrice is one of the most expensive cards that you can pick up and play in this format. Now, interestingly enough, I see we are playing Versago the Destroyer in here, and we're basically just going back to a time where you would use Trap Burning Abyss to kind of generate this advantage, but I also do see that we do get access to the new Light and Dark support in here, which, I mean, these cards actually work out very, very well for what you want to see. I also do see Mr. Colorus, the Dark World, is getting a special showing in here. I do think that this deck seems like a broken control option, and it actually really, really shows that there are options that you can work with within this format. I just want to play some Burning Abyss, man. It's been a hot second, and I think you've got options. Next up here we have Sharks. Now, the fact that the Shark package itself doesn't really cost you anything. You know, 7 Ascension, 7 Tachyons are free in this format. Konami actually wants to promote you playing these cards. It kind of feels like a little bit of an oddity in and in itself. You do get to see that, you know, you're playing the dedicated slots to the Foolish Burial Goods to drop down, you know, the Ice Barrier, to basically in turn get you that search. I also do see why hello there. We are playing the 7 colored fish in here. Memes aside with this, there is no Primate package in here. You're kind of relying on like more classical board breaker-esque cards to get the job done. And your point evaluation on this is 81. I mean, you're side decking the Typhoon, which I think you could just slot this in here anyway. And Zeus is probably going to be one of your bigger headliners for the main deck. But if you are a Shark enthusiast, it's looking pretty good. Oh, we have bugs for you. Wow. I didn't think anybody would be trying out Battle Wasp in this format, but I mean, the casual enthusiast is definitely going to be looking at this as an option. Now, this is actually one of the few strategies that I do recommend that you take, you know, Max C, and you want to slot this into this, because this card does generate, you know, some very hefty advantage for you in this deck, especially off of, you know, the retaliating Seas, because you're just going to be like, oh, hey, you know, free value as we're kind of rotating through the pieces. We also do get to see Gold Sarcophagus being a fun little tech choice down here. You got to be very careful with your hand traps. I mean, you are obviously going to be incorporating, you need some sort of hand traps within a build like this, especially, I mean, like the bug stuff is going to be free, but if Retaliating Sea is just going to toggle me into this, seems good. Side deck is just every other insect card underneath the sun that you could potentially want. Mimighoul, Purrely. Well, first of all, what's my point consumption on this? We are exactly 100. So, in a lower power format like Genesys, I think towers are unfortunately really good. So take my preferred form of playing grind control in the form of Mimighoul and pair it with towers, making a Purrely a bit of points left over for non-engine like Zeus and Viola, and low to the ground grindy control. I mean, this was true until recent changes happened on this list. You do see going with Fuas, Drolls, and of course the Purrely package having small slot dedications in here, I do think works out very, very nicely. You do see Zeus. Down in your side deck, we're dedicating what little allocation we have to Meowls. I mean, Meowls in this format's probably going to get you a draw 1, draw 2, which doesn't necessarily seem all that bad. Fucho is probably going to be a little bit of an annoyance, but I mean, you got plenty of ways to handle that. And I also do see, oh, we have Rescue Ace. The fact that they're calling out the broken Karibo here to set up some stupid things is going to be very, very strong. But, I mean, the point of this deck is you're just going to be using this to abuse the full setting of all of the trap cards, and then, you know, using the field spell to kind of rotate these pieces back in, which is a pretty strong thing. I mean, Pot of Extra is just going to eat through these resources anyway. You know, you don't have the free link monsters of this deck really wanted to have access to. And I mean, that's fine. Your side deck, you have the Meowls down here, the Karikaras to kind of clean up things. And it does look like Iron Thunder is going to be another fantastic option for a deck like this to have access to. But as you can see, I mean, do what you can do, but the Karibo into some of this extra deck stuff seems kind of broken. But what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And I'll see your beautiful faces back there in a day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.